going on, guys? We are back with another video. 07 GT500. Gonna start the timer and tear it apart. Tear out this old reliable Gen 2 short block. We've been really fast and have achieved our goals while keeping this engine together. I think it is perfectly healthy and 100% and would be ready for more, but I have a built Texas Speed Gen 3 sleeved short block. We're gonna hop in the car, bring it into the shop and start tearing turbo kit, motor, everything basically right out of this thing. So let's go ahead and start her up. Things do get pretty dusty out here, so keep that in mind, but we're gonna go pull her in. Could wash her off, but she's gonna get dirty anyways. OG still just coming soon. Fox body's actually good to go. It's just extremely dirty. And the GT500. Ready for that little cold start? Fuel pump prime. Okay, so car is in and complete. We're gonna go ahead and basically get this thing ready to knock out, drop out. It's relatively simple. Basically unhook a Holly harness. Yeah, we'll drop her right out the bottom. I think we'll just pull the turbo kit off and should be fairly easy there. So might just pull the bumper and a few things off real quick, then we'll get cracking. right, guys, so not too bad. Maybe 2.5 hours-ish. It's been a little while since I've definitely, so some updates. Most things look pretty good. There's definitely some little oil leaks, maybe from the return or something. So we're just gonna basically go through it this time around, make sure everything's all good. It looks like the shifter on the faceplated trans leaked a little bit too. So we'll also get that fixed up. But the only real problem I had, the V-bands have been on there for a while, probably seen some heat, and pretty much every V-band I took off broke. So I'm gonna go get on probably Amazon or whatever. I can get some new V-bands over here ASAP, so that way when I put it back together in a few days, be ready to go. So yeah, pretty much all the 3-inch V-bands on the turbo kit broke. I think those came from CG Fab. I don't know necessarily if you blame them or not. They probably all come from the same place, probably from China. So we're just gonna get some new V-bands. If I can find some better ones that can get here quicker, then I'll do that. But it's kind of like a maintenance throwaway item at this point. All right, so Mantic clutch. We were actually just in here not too long ago. Car hasn't been ran too much. See a little surface rust and some things, but thanks to good old Florida. But we're gonna go pop off the clutch, see what it looks like after our 8-second passes and limited braking time. I'm gonna try not to lose every wash. There they go. Okay, first disc. Looks relatively okay. Intermediate plate. Sheesh. Well, definitely put some use into this sucker. Yeah. You could say that she got used and abused. It's not too bad. There's no major grooving, but you can definitely see the heat, and we were definitely using the crap out of this thing. So nothing to be concerned with. I mean, this is a race car clutch. It was working last time we went out to the track, but it's what happens when you got a race car, stick shift car. We're slipping this thing heavily out of the hole, so there's definitely some wear on the clutch. Do I think it would fail anytime soon? Not really. Within reason, probably get a lot more the rest of the season. The old clutch we pulled out of it was pretty rough as well, and that one was working up until it started slipping. All right, so we got a lot done in a short period of time. Probably 2-3 hours, and I got the trans off by myself, so that's good. Engine's just kind of leaking out. The water looks really clean. The bucket isn't clean, but if you look at it, nice and clean, so that's a really good sign. Yeah, so tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is just get this thing on a stand, or, well, I actually might do that right now. Clean up, and tomorrow we're gonna tear it down and get the short block ready to go, and then swap in the old Texas Speed Gen 3 sleeved. Dude, that looks brand new. Holy shit, bro. Look at the writing still on it. That's crazy. Clean. Where's the detonation, motherfucker? That tune is dialed, bro. You gonna tell me I don't know how to tune, bro? Like, look at that shit. That tells me the tune was spot on. Fuck yeah. All right, check it out. This thing is clean. Everything looks phenomenal. Look our impact gun, cams, heads, and pistons. There's not a spot of detonation on this thing. I'd say the tune was spot on. Look at the walls. This is the first 4-digit horsepower car that I ever tuned, and it's beautiful. Like,
that was your crash test tuning right there.
Yeah, tuning this was what was like, it gave me the drive to do it, because I was like,
oh, it works.
Yeah. It's beautiful. This engine is solid. Okay, so here is the torn down Gen 2 short block. Other than the valley kind of looking dirty, everything looks really, really clean. Here is the Gen 3 sleeved block. I saw nothing so far that would concern me with other than cleaning off the parts and basically slapping it right back on and building a long block out of this. So everything's looking awesome. No marks on the heads or anything. Head gasket, cylinder walls, pistons, everything looks really, really good. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to pull the pan, motor mounts, and the various other things that we need off of this engine. And basically, we're just going to start the old swapperoo now. All right, guys, I've done my best to try to keep it clean as possible, but Teardown, no matter what, always dirty. Even though we run water, you get some oil, you know, mixing in, and just, it gets to be a mess. But we're doing our best to stay clean, and especially clean under assembly. So here is the Texas Speed sleeved Gen 3. Our Gen 2 heads, reusing them, locked out boss cams, valve springs, Gen 2 heads, basic, nothing crazy done. We have our RGR lockouts, modular head shop did the degree on these boss cams. And yeah, we're pretty much back together. We did new secondaries as a maintenance item. I did have new primaries as well, but they were actually the wrong style. So I reused the other ones. We're gonna get this in. I do plan to put a set of Voodoo heads on it. I have a set that are gonna be getting built for this thing for, you know, basically step 2.5 or stage 2.5. But here we are. We really just got to do some cleanup, seal this thing up really well, and also measure the pickup tube clearance. A lot of little things now, but there you go. Torquing this thing was a bitch. But I want to talk about the old Gen 2. Holding it down, 892, 160. This thing is beautiful, 100% ready to go. There is not a spot of concern on this thing. There are no bent rods. There's no marking on the cylinder walls. There's no metal. There is nothing. This thing is ready to go. I mean, you can look at the pistons, the walls. Anybody talking shit about my tuning, and I'm getting away from talking about this stuff, but like, the results are there, guys. If you know what you're looking at and a Teardown, tell me where the detonation is. That's right. There's not a goddamn part, piece, nothing. This thing is clean. There's some brake cleaner on those pistons. They're brand new. And I was leaning on this thing hard, and there's nothing, not a single thing to be worried about. I'd say that tune was solid. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video of the teardown of the GT500. Hopefully next video we are tossing this thing in and first fire up. Gotta wait on some V-bands to come in, replace the ones that broke during teardown. But yeah, so I'll probably seal this thing up off camera, just spend a lot of time on making sure this thing's really sealed up. We don't have any oil leaks. And then I'll probably start filming as soon as we're dropping in the cradle. It's a fairly easy car to take apart and put back together. It's one of the biggest benefits of having a race car. Street cars are a lot of work. There's a lot of things. This thing, fairly easy. It's made to be taken apart. There are a few things we could modify, maybe like a quick connect on the firewall for the engine harness. So it's just one connect, leave everything plugged in. But overall, the wiring is really not bad to mess with. So hit that like button. I know there's been a little bit missing content lately. I have been filming. I have to organize everything. And then I'm also tuning a lot of cars. This beautiful Cobra right here. May or may not make a video on that. But anyway, guys, we will see you in the next one.